So what we want to make sure is that we're talking to the sibling about how this is affecting them. What do you think's going on? Especially at a child who's maybe young. They may not be able to really understand what's going on, but we need to find out what do they know of how things have changed at the home. We want to find out what is their support system. Do they talk to anyone? Do they talk to some of their friends? Do they have anyone at school they can go and talk to? What we find with the siblings is that oftentimes they're dealing with it internally because they don't want to bother mom and dad. I had one little girl recently say, well, I don't want to tell my mom I'm scared of this because she's got enough to handle with my sister. They don't want to place more burden on their parents by sitting and talking with them about how their sibling's illness is affecting them. But being able to sit down and talk to them about who is their supportive system and what can they do to be able to access that. Can they talk to a friend or a teacher? Do they have another family member that maybe they trust with their feelings? We may encourage a sibling to do some journal writing. We may encourage them to participate in one of the complementary therapies, which allows them to be able to express their feelings in a more playful way. Child life services are very important when it comes to sibling support. What we have found is that child life services are usually provided in the hospital setting and have been an important role in helping children deal with medical crises and illnesses. But when we bring the child life specialists into the home, and they're actually able to sit down with the sibling and the patient at times together, they're not only providing them an opportunity and an outlet to be able to talk with one another about their feelings, but they're creating memories that sibling is going to remember for the rest of their lives. For example, we recently had a 15-year-old little girl who has mitochondrial disease, and we actually had our child life specialist do an exercise with her 12-year-old brother where they talked about what they love about each other. And they sat next to each other and they talked about, it started off being silly, but it got to be serious as time goes on. And in the end, they were laughing, smiling, crying. We videotaped the whole thing. But it's a memory that 12-year-old is going to have of his sibling now the rest of his life. To not only learn the things that she loved about him, but to be able to tell her what he loved about her. And that was something that our child life specialist was able to bring out in the both of them. Very meaningful moments.